So I thought this research was fascinating. Duke University's School of Business studied 1,900 CEOs, and they had 50 MBA research students participating in this research, and they surveyed them about all sorts of things. But I thought a couple things were really important to note. They asked what the most important value drivers were at US firms. And almost half of the CEOs rated corporate culture as the most important value driver. Well, what does that mean? That means CEOs in very big organizations, more than 1,900 of them, have all seen the impact that a healthy corporate culture can have on growth. And that's important for us to consider. When they were asked how important is culture at your firm, look at the overwhelming majority rated culture as important or very important. So I think there's a greater understanding of why culture matters and what we need to do to focus on culture. It's about more than just enjoying one another, being happy at work, right? It is about long-term growth and profitability too. We talk a lot about certain metrics that can really indicate long-term success. Employee engagement is one of those. Patient retention is one of those. You know, we talk about you're not going to retain and delight patients without retaining and delighting your team. So culture does matter, and it trickles down, right? It's about more than just employee engagement. It's about all the little things that we'll talk about as we go throughout this program.
So people always say, well, you're talking about cultural foundation. What's a cultural foundation? I don't even know what the heck you're talking about, right? This is what we're talking about. A cultural foundation is where we have a mission. This is clearly stating why we exist. Usually a very, very short statement, even could be kind of like a marketing tagline. Our values, those are the values that we care about. Our vision is where in the heck are we going? What are we looking like in the future that's different than what it looks like now? Strategy is the step-by-step, plan in order to reach that vision. So culture encompasses all of those things, and it really describes how we do things. What are the behaviors that we do within the mission, the vision, the values, and the strategy? How do we get there? So remember, culture is greater than just strategy and greater than just tactics. And I recently had a business dealing with a marketing firm, and the marketing firm had some really interesting tactics that they wanted to employ. And those tactics may have been extremely valuable, but they didn't match our strategy, and they certainly didn't display our culture. So it doesn't matter how good those tactics are. If they don't match your strategy and they don't fit your culture, they don't belong, right? So that's why we really focus on the power of culture, and how we focus on culture and core values can really fuel the growth and stability of any practice. So culture is the new competitive advantage.